knickswag.com. This is my post game. Knicks 100, Celtics 85. Good game by the Knicks. Celtics didn't look that great, but New York sure did what they had to do and took one from Boston tonight. A tough home game for them. And usually the Celtics are very good at home, and the Knicks took it to them, and they looked good. They did what they had to do. They kept the pace. They had defensive pressure. They pushed the ball. They drove to the basket, and of course, it doesn't help. It always helps when you hit your shots. They only had 11 assists in the game, which is kind of surprising. The rebound battle was pretty much even. I think it was 41-40 for the Knicks. But J.R. Smith had 13 for 24 from the field, 32 points, 7 rebounds. Carmelo had 29 points, 8 rebounds. He shot 10 for 30. Prigioni had a nice night. I believe he had 5 rebounds, 7 points. Novak, 3 for 6, 9 points, all 3-pointers. He got the stroke going tonight. So it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch when the Knicks are playing well. And sure, when they're not playing well, everybody's miserable and ready to jump off a cliff. But this team is starting to balance themselves out, and especially J.R. Smith. We talked about it earlier today. J.R. has really figured his game out. He has a nice balance to his game, and inside, outside. And he was driving to the basket tonight. I don't think he gets credit. You're not going to hear it from Charles Barkley. You're not going to hear it from Shaq or any of these guys on TV. J.R. Smith, the last 2 weeks, is really becoming a different player. I was saying it earlier today. He can end up being a really good player if he figures out his game, sticks to it, and really works at it. Don't settle on the jump shots. Don't settle on the long threes. In the third quarter, they kind of got a little bit iffy. They were chucking up shots. Carmelo likes to go mano-a-mano with people and get in these battles, and sometimes it doesn't work out for Melo. He gets too aggressive, gets too many fouls. But they balanced themselves out in the fourth. Boston kind of came back a little bit, cut the lead. The Knicks took it right back to them. And defensively, the Knicks are, they have Kenyon Martin. And when Tyson comes back, it's going to be a pretty cool combination to see. It'll be interesting to see what Woodson does. But Kenyon Martin only played 25 minutes tonight, but he played solid ball. And he just seems to be in the right place at the right time for putback dunks and alley-oops. It's pretty funny watching him. And I love the emotion that he expresses. And I love JR's emotion. I love Melo's emotion. And it's just Knicks need to keep their composure, do what they have to do, play good ball, listen to the coach. Don't get too emotional. Don't get too up. Don't get too down. Continue this streak. They need to go into the playoffs with an anger and a intensity. They can't not just settle and say, "Oh, we're winning." Right now they're seeded 3, but they think they're tied with Indiana for 2. Right now, you really want them to face Atlanta. You really don't want to face anybody else, but time will tell. There's still a lot of games left. You have to wait and see. 5-game winning streaks can turn into 5-game losing streaks very quickly in the NBA. It's a game of runs. It's always a game of runs. So take this victory. Be happy. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. You're going to hear a lot of naysayers tomorrow talking about Kevin Garnett wasn't there. A lot of people don't give the Knicks credit, but the Knicks went out tonight, took their 4-game winning streak, and took it to 5 in Boston. Tomorrow, they come home against the Memphis Grizzlies, who might be without Marc Gasol, but they are a solid team with Zach Randolph, who's a double-double machine, even though he can't jump 2 inches off the ground. They're a beast in the West. So if they can come out and play tough with them and battle them and come close to a victory and have a shot to win that game, that will be a positive. You really want to defend your home court, even though you're minus a few players. The Knicks have a lot of injuries, and I'm surprised that they're persevering. But enjoy the victory tonight, and we'll talk tomorrow. This is Pete from knickswag.com. Come check out the site. We have great readers and great writers. We love everybody who comes onto the site, and I hope you enjoy the experience. Anyway, have a great night. This is Pete from knickswag.com. See you.
On the court I go by the name Praying Mantis. Got the edge and I got the advantage. If you could see things from my vantage point, then you could better understand
I'm
this.
in the lab all day, I scrabble all night.